Hey guys, and welcome to Prenatal Yoga and Pregnancy Q&A with Jessica. Today we're going to be doing a special class for pregnant mamas who are trying to prevent varicose veins or maybe struggling with varicose veins and trying not to make them worse. So I am currently 27 weeks pregnant. My belly is feeling really big, and even though this is my third pregnancy, it's a little bit hard to imagine it getting too much bigger, but I guess that she is going to get bigger in there, so my belly's going to get bigger and heavier. And for me, I really struggle with varicose veins. First pregnancy, fine. Second pregnancy, towards the end of the pregnancy, it got pretty bad, and my uterus was sitting on top of those vessels, returning from my legs up to my heart, and some of the blood vessels there started to get damaged. And now with my third pregnancy, it is kind of ruining my pregnancy. So I'm trying to do everything that I can to manage the pain, prevent further damage from happening. My doctor has actually put me on, I'm only allowed to stand for 10 minutes, sit for 30 minutes, and I'm not allowed to lift more than 5 pounds. And so that makes my life pretty difficult. So luckily, I am still encouraged to do sort of gentle exercise like walking and yoga. And as soon as I'm done that, I have to lie down on my left-hand side. So I did some research and put together a yoga class that is meant to prevent further damage happening to my veins. So varicose veins are swollen veins that may appear bumpy or purple or blue on the surface. They're really not pretty at all. However, usually they are harmless. So up to 50% of pregnant women get varicose veins, and usually they go away after. And if not, there's treatments that you can go after you're done having your babies and get them all fixed up. However, if you ever noticed that there was any hot spots, like warm or feeling hot, painful, or the varicose veins were feeling hard, or if there's any discoloration or change of the skin, of course you want to go see your doctor and just make sure that everything is safe and there's no clotting happening around there. There are several different reasons in pregnancy for varicose veins. So one of them just being that the uterus is sitting on top of that inferior vena cava, those vessels coming back from the leg up to the heart, so that can put pressure on it, as well as the increase in progesterone in pregnancy relaxes our veins, and we also have increased blood volume, so our vessels are handling more volume than usual. So we will get started with our class. As always, you want to check with your doctor and just make sure that prenatal yoga is safe for you and your pregnancy, and listen to your body. If you're not feeling well, hold back or stop, and always just make sure that you're putting your safety as a priority. All right, we'll get started. So we are going to start standing up today, and we're going to do a little warm up standing up just to get our blood flowing, and then we'll get down on the ground to do most of our exercises today. So we'll just start with sort of a walking march, just getting warmed up and getting the blood flowing. Just easy walking, nothing too strenuous at this point. And next we're going to move into a knee up and punch. So we're going to take our knee up and punch with the opposite hand, and knee up, punch. Perfect. And we'll just do this for a few more seconds, and then we'll move into our calf raises. So knees nice and high. If you need to take them wide to make space for your belly, you could do that. And we'll do a few more here. Perfect. Okay, now we'll bring our feet a little bit wider apart and bring our hands up, and we're going to pulse our arms, and we're going to do some calf raises here. So you can just go up and down and up and down. And so strengthening the calves and using our calves is one way of helping move blood back up our legs, back up where it needs to be to our heart, and prevent those varicose veins. We're going to do lots of calf exercises today in different positions. And I just like to add the arms in to get your heart moving a little bit more. All right, and from here we're going to move into some lunges. So I'm going to turn to the side. If you want, you can just step back. But I'm going to take my left foot back and get my knees into a nice 9-degree angle. You can put your hands on your hips, and we'll just pulse here, working out our quads and our bigger muscle groups. And deep breaths. And a few more here. You might start to feel the burn. And you can step up again, and we'll do that all on the other side, and then we'll get down on the ground. So back to walking or marching. Again, just getting the blood flowing, getting warmed up. And a few more seconds here. Perfect. And now we're going to do our knee up and punch, punch, punch. Again, if you need to take your knees out to the side, that's absolutely fine. Lots of room for your belly. Punch. Good. And a few more here. And then we'll move into our calf raises. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. So feet a little bit apart, hands up to the side, and pulse and raise up. If you want to hold on to something for balance, you can do that too. And squeezing those leg muscles, squeezing your calves. Deep breaths. And then we move into our lunge on the other side. So you just want to line your feet up, and this time take your right leg back. Get those knees in a nice 90-degree angle, hands on your hips, and pulse. Perfect. And continue to breathe. I can feel the burn a little bit. Perfect, and step together, and we're done the warm-up, and now we will come down to the ground on our left-hand side. So now that we've got the blood flowing, we definitely want to, now as we slow down, we want to get on our left-hand side, get the pressure of our uterus off those return vessels going back up. And so as always, just take your knees together, and getting up and down to protect from diastasis recti, you just want to work your way down there. And we're going to start with some clam shells. So putting your knees and ankles lined up together, you can just support yourself with your hand in front of you, and we'll just open up and do some clam shells. So getting in, working your tissue muscles there. And we'll do a few more here. Perfect. And one more. And now we'll do broken clam. So now we can take the ankles a little bit wider apart, and we'll do the same movement, but broken clam. So using all those muscles, opening up the knee. So this is also really good for labor preparation. So a lot of women are laboring on their side, holding their leg up, and so we want to have all these muscles and glutes along the back there feeling strong. Good. Probably starting to feel a little bit of a burn. I know I am. And we'll do a couple more here. Perfect. And now we're going to work our calves. So we're actually going to straighten our leg out, and then you're going to flex your foot, bend your knee, and straighten. So working out those calf muscles as well as your ankle muscles when you straighten up. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one. Perfect. And bring it down again, and then we'll just do some leg lifts. and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9, and last one. Perfect. And bring it down and relax all those muscles there. And now we're going to take our knees back and line up our hips and our knees into a straight line. So you can push yourself up a little bit, come up on your elbow, and we'll go into a modified side plank. So instead of being on our hand and our feet, we're going to be on our elbows and our knees and push up. So our body is lining up into a straight line. If you're comfortable, you can put that hand up and reach up. And we'll just take a few deep breaths here. Perfect. Couple more breaths. And gently coming down and supporting ourselves. You can bring your knees a little bit forward, and again, just gently push up to a seated position, and we will flip around, and we'll do that on the other side. Again, gently making your way down, and we'll do our clam shells on the other side. And a few more here. Good. And then we'll take those ankles apart and do broken clam. Good. And a couple more here. Next, we're going to straighten out our leg and then use our calf muscles. We'll do 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pointing your toe, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one. And then bring it down, and we'll do 10 leg lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one. Perfect. And you can relax all those muscles there. Perfect. And so now we'll come up into our modified side plank. So just gently coming up onto your elbow, taking your knees back, lining up your body, and then lifting up your body into a straight line. And if you want to put that hand up towards the ceiling, you can. And you can gaze up, neck nice and long. And one more breath here. And on the exhale, gently coming down, and we'll move up into a seated position here. So we'll just do a few shoulder rolls here, just warming up the shoulders. I often find myself hunching a little bit more with my big belly, and we can move them the other way, just however feels good for you. And we're going to open up the back next. So actually, we're going to, as if you're holding a big sort of ball or a balloon, let your back round out. And then on inhale, come forward and then open up, stretch your neck up, look up. And exhale, rounding out. You can tilt your pelvis under and inhale, coming up. Exhale, curling forward, and inhale, coming up, and we'll come back to a neutral spine, and we'll move to our hands and our knees. So we'll just come up and making sure that our knees are under our hips and our wrists are under our shoulders here. So we'll just round out our back now into cat and cow, and rounding it out, stretching out your back. And you can either come to neutral, or if you feel that you're not at risk for diastasis, you could give a slight tilt here to your hips. And exhale. And inhale, looking up. And exhale, rounding out the back. Bring more flexibility in the spine. And one more exhale. And coming back to a neutral spine. And now we will lift our right hand forward as our left hand moves back. And bring it in and out. And curling under. And stretching them apart. Good, and we'll do one more here. Curling in and out. And coming back to neutral. And now we'll do the left hand and right leg. Curling in, stretching out. And remembering to breathe. And we'll do one more. And coming back to hands and knees here. And now we will thread the needle, so you can pick up your right hand and thread it underneath your left arm and place your shoulder down on the ground. You can move your hand out. You need to move your knees a little bit wider apart. That's okay as well. And if you can leave your hand here, or if you want to take for a deeper stretch, you could bring it around there. And we'll take a couple of breaths here. A slight inversion, taking that pressure off our legs, pressure off the veins in our legs. Good. And bringing that left hand down in front of your face and slowly lifting up back to all fours. And on the other side, threading that left arm under your right. And either staying here, or if you want a deeper stretch, bringing that right hand behind your back. And breathing deeply. And bringing your right hand back in front of your face. Pressing up onto all fours. And we can move into child's pose from here. We'll take a couple deep breaths here, spreading your fingers. Belly's relaxed between the legs. And when you're ready, walking your hands back up. And we're going to move into downward dog, but we're going to keep our legs quite far apart to make sure there's lots of room for our belly, wide hips. And so when you're ready, you can push up into a downward dog. We're going to keep our knees a little bit bent here. And we're going to actually, again, work out the calves, and we're going to pedal our legs out, pumping that blood back up from our legs. Nice. If your heels don't reach the ground, that's fine. Just as far as they go comfortably. Good. And when you've done enough of that, you can ground your feet again and very carefully walk your hands back. Again, your feet should be really wide apart, and we'll just do a gentle forward fold. You can grab your elbows and let your upper body hang. Gently shake your head no. And take some deep breaths here. Spread your toes. And one more inhale. And then the exhale. Bend your knees a lot if you need to. Place your hands on the ground and then walk your feet out to the side, sort of to a wide leg forward fold, but you're a little bit more forward. And you can place your right hand in front of your face and open up to the side, whatever feels good. And take a couple breaths here, opening up your chest. If you want to tilt your hips and get a stretch through your groin, that's fine. And we'll now place our left hand in front of our face and open up to the other side for a couple breaths. We're almost done our practice, so we're winding down. And coming back down, and slowly walk your feet in. We'll come back to hands and knees, and we will actually move into a modified Shavasana. We're going to do legs up the wall. We're going to use a bolster to make sure that we're not lying flat on our back for any mamas who are in their second and third trimesters. And so we will come up next to a wall. So you can grab a blanket or a bolster or a block for underneath your hips. So I'm actually going to use a bolster here, and I'm going to come up and get up right. So I'm going to kind of back up into the wall here. So I'm right next to my bolster, and I'm going to sit on my bolster, lean forward, and then roll myself with my bum as close to the wall as I can, and get onto my back. And then I'm going to put my legs up the wall just like this. You can see that my hips are up on the bolster, and I'm going to lay my hands out to the side, and you can take your legs slightly apart, relax them, and start to relax your body. The other way you can do this is to put the blanket or the bolster under your shoulders. You just don't want to be lying flat on your back. But if your legs are sore and your veins are bothering you, this is a good break for them. So as you get into the position, let your breath relax, stop controlling your breath, and just start watching it. Let your body feel heavy on the ground. Let the muscles of your face relax. Your jaw open slightly. And when you're ready, you can wiggle your fingers and your toes. And you can bring your legs back down and tuck them in. And again, just really slowly and safely rolling over onto your left hand side again. And you can make your way back to a seated position. And as always, we will pick a yoga card for the day. So today I will pick the card Strength. So for strength, I think that pregnancy and having kids requires a lot of strength. And for me, especially, pregnancy is not easy. I know that some women have amazing, easy pregnancies, but many don't. And it requires a lot of strength and trust and hope and sort of belief. And so I would like to send you strength in your pregnancy and in your delivery, and hope that you have a healthy baby and that you are doing well in your pregnancy. So, namaste to you and namaste to the babies. And if you liked this video, click like so I know which ones to make more of, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.